All right, everybody, we are back. I got everything all laid out for us here. So this, again, is the HLG Horticulture Lighting Group light. It's the one you put together yourself, but as far as what it's exactly called, I don't quite remember offhand. Sorry about that. So what do we have here? We've got our controller, power supply, our heat sink, our wires, which we stripped on just one side only because you're going to end up cutting these down to size. So you're going to end up stripping it later. We've got our board itself, the main heart of the operation. And then we've got the little components to make it all connect together. So this is the wire connector for this piece here with these. These are to get this all strapped to the board, etc. These are to hang the light. So we'll put those off to the side for now. All right. So we're going to start putting this thing together. So the first step that you got to do is you're going to actually screw in these little feet into the board. What I did is I put these screws into this board. Now, what are these screws? These are like a little leg, and that holds it open away from the ground while you get the light in there, or after you get the light in there, so that way it doesn't break anything on your precious, delicate light here. Your precious, delicate light. Now, what I'm grabbing are the little screws. And with the little screws, once you get the light lined up, and to get it lined up, I just looked at the corner hole. And once I had the corner hole lined up, I was able to line up the other corner holes, and everything came together. So now I'm going to just give them one final little snug, one final little go round. So you notice I'm skipping over, like as if you were to do lug nuts on a car. That ensures a nice even torquing around the board. All right, and so now the next phase is to mount the controller. If you take out these little plugs here, you can actually use the supplied screwdriver to turn up and down the voltage and brighten and lower the light. This is a dimmable light. So now the thing with this is it's a smaller light and you can't just put it straight on. You have to actually go at an angle like that. And this is where your longer screws come in. All right, now we've got that seated. We can do the same thing. We can take our screwdriver and we give her a little torque. You got to hold the nut with your finger. And you don't need to tighten this to the craziness. You just need to get it seated in there. We are left with some extra bolts. Now this is a waterproof plug connector. Handy for hydroponic applications. You know, unscrew all four components. So the wires that we're going to be connecting are the brown to black, which in this case is kind of a pinkish reddish, but they're calling it brown, to black, blue to white, and yellow green to green. Brown to black, blue to white, yellow green to green. And we're going to be doing that through this connector right here. So we're going to go ahead and slip these on over the top, just like that. And then we're going to slip this on over the top. Fix these up. These need some retwisting here. And we'll go ahead and receptaculate each one. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. 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 So now we're going to take this side of the plug, and we're going to do the same thing. All right, so when we say brown to black, that is what we mean. You can see that there in the light. Black cable with that bolt to that bolt. 2 bolts are even to the brown cable. Brown and black are together. Next we're going to do blue to white. We're just going to go ahead and take the white there with that bolt. And we're going to go ahead and stick in the blue. All right, last but not least, the green stripe wire goes with the green wire. Everything is all put together there. Everything is all put together here. You know what? Let's double check because you can't be too cautious when it comes to electricity. So let's just double check. We have our brown to black, our green to green, and our blue to white. Here we go. All right, so now that that's done, we're going to take one of these connectors. You go lift, open that all the way. It takes a little bit of force, but not much. We're going to take our wire. We're going to put one in here of black. We're going to open up another connector. We're going to put one in here that is red. But we have both of these connected. We're going to flip this over. We're going to locate our positive right here, denoted by the plus. We're going to locate our negative right here, denoted by the minus. The reason why there is two is if you want to daisy chain more in one light together. Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and connect our positive end to the positive, our negative end to the negative. And then these go in there as well. Plug in our black to our black, close. We're going to plug in our red to our red, close. Measure. Now, as you can see, I've twisted this around the little leg to give us where we have to cut. We're going to cut these wires. We're going to strip these wires. We're going to insert them into the receptacles. I just got the wires stripped and cut. So you notice we do not have the long black wire or the long red wire anymore. We cut those down and then we stripped them. So now we are going to take this and just sit it right in there. Watch this. Clip. Just like that. Then you take the red one, and same thing. You just set it right in. Clip. Just like that. We're going to flip this back over, and we're going to attach our hangers. So we are finally done. We have our hook, our controller, our heatsink, our panel. Everything's all connected together. This is just for wire management, should you need it. I actually don't use it. They gave us a few extra of these. They gave us a lot of extra of these small bolts. This is ready to plug in, and you're done. So at this point, all that's left to do is remove the legs. You do not need them. They are just there for the installation of everything else. And just like that, you've got your beautiful HLG light ready to hang up and dial in. Well, thank you very much for watching. This was Dankweedz, and we're going to be growing some dankweed. So you keep on watching, like, share, and subscribe. You know, it helps the channel a lot. And so I appreciate you guys being a part of the community. You have a great one, and we'll talk soon.